Nancy Shaw with Healthy Living. Today I'm going to take you through a short strength training workout that you can do at home. This will be very similar to our Simply Strength class that we have here at Ames Parks and Recreation. The only thing you need are dumbbells. And of course, we'll do some body weight exercises as well. All right, let's get started. We're gonna start with an easy warm-up. Let's just take it to some nice rotation. Starting to get that blood flowing, the muscles warmed up a little bit. Reaching side to side. And now let's just take and reach that arm across your body. Warm-ups are so important. They prepare our body for exercise. Taking it up. How about all the way around? Getting that shoulder going. All right, from here, let's just squat down and up. Good, take it down and up. Let's do about 4 more. And 2. All right, let's add a little rotation. So let's squat and add a rotation with that knee lifted. Good, here's 4 and 3 and 2. And 1. Let's take the legs wide and we're going to just lunge side to side. Stay nice and low. There's 3 and 2. And let's add a little rotation to this one as well. Crossing that opposite elbow over. And our last 2. And center. Let's plant our hands right here. Let's take that right shoulder and just drop it to the front. How about that left shoulder? Drop it to the front. All right, now that spine, let's warm it up. Let's roll it up. And flat back. Take it down. These are so great for our back. They keep it moving, keep it flexible. And flat back. Everybody knows I love these. And roll it up. All right, let's take it to a march in place. Take a big breath. Inhale and exhale. Hands together and back. We're going to open up that chest. Now hands together in front, all the way up. And let's take it to a little jog, or you can stay marching if you prefer to. I just want to get your heart rates up. Let's just do some knees right here. Here's 4. And 3, and 2, and 1. Let's take it back to that march. All right, we are ready for our first set of exercises. This is a total body strength workout. So we're gonna work every major muscle group. We're gonna start with squats. Usually when we squat, we can go pretty heavy with our weights. I'm gonna go with 10 pounds, but you just pick up what feels best for you. All right, we're gonna take it to squats. All the way down, all the way up. Now with squats, you just want to watch your knees. You want to keep those hips back, your chest up. And the most important thing is, if it bothers your knees, don't go quite so low. Down and up. Good, we're going to do about 4 more. What's nice with squats, there's so many variations you can do to keep it interesting. All right, now we're going to take it down and we're just going to pulse down. 3, 2, 1, come on up. Again, pulse 3, 2, 1, and up. Good, and again, down. 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 2 more reps. 1, 2, 3, and up. Here's your last 1, 2, 3, and up. Then we're gonna put one of our weights down, and we're gonna hold one right in front. We're gonna lift that right heel. We're gonna press down and lift up. So we're dropping into that glute a little deeper for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna take that leg wide and we're gonna pulse down and up. 2, and 1. Let's do one more on that side. 4, 3, 2, and leg out for 4, 3, 2, and up. Other side, lift that heel, drop down for 4, 3, 2. Now take it nice and wide for 4, 2, and one more. Keeping that chest up. 2, 3, and one more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's finish up our squats with our toes turned out, so we're gonna target those inner thighs a little bit. So we're gonna pulse here, shoulders back. Good, and breathe, right? Hold it here, pulse it. Now how about lifting your right heel? Just little pulses, you're gonna feel it in those inner thighs. This is a good one, usually you feel it the next day. How about the other heel up? 6, here's 4, 3, 2, and 1, and up. Good job, all right. Weights down, we're gonna move to our next muscle group. We're gonna work the chest, all right? So, we're gonna start with push-ups with the chest, and then we're going to turn to our back and use our heavier dumbbells. So, of course, push-ups are a classic strength training for our chest. So, I'm gonna start with 10 push-ups, but you're gonna do as many as you can. Remember, a nice modification is dropping those knees down. All right, let's get started. You pick the tempo. Count to 10. Breathing is good. As you come up, really exhale. If you lose count, do as many as you can. Remember, if you need to drop down to those knees, you can as well. See that last count. So I'm gonna go 2 more. And 1. All right, just a nice stretch back. And let's go ahead and flip around both of your heavy dumbbells. All right. So here we are, we're gonna lay on our back. We're gonna start with just a chest press. So, feet on the floor. Sometimes it's nice to make your core work a little bit while you do this, just to lift your knees up so your knees are aligned right over your hips. We're gonna exhale and inhale. So you're gonna think about pressing that spine into the floor, really contracting through the core, through the abs. Good, breathing. So a lot of people ask about breathing. Think about exhaling on the hardest part of the exercise. And I also always tell people, don't worry too much about the breathing. Just breathe. Last one, we're gonna hold it up. We're gonna rotate those palms together. I'm gonna go ahead and set my feet down, and we're gonna open up in a chest fly. So we're gonna inhale and exhale. Good. And breathe. Some people like to do this exercise laying on a bench, so you just get a little bit more range of motion as you open it up, open up the chest, but the floor works just as well. 3 and 2. All right, we have one more exercise for the chest. We're gonna combine those two. So we're gonna bring them down in a press, rotate, palms together, and open. Good, take it down, press up through those weights, and open. Good, steady and strong. And the nice thing about this is if you start getting fatigued, you can just do one arm at a time. Let's do 3 more of those. Here's 2. And here's our last one. Inhale, exhale, and open up in that fly. And just remember with strength training, weights in and roll up. Don't ever be in a hurry. Just go nice and slow. All right, so we're gonna move on to triceps. Remember, we're hitting every major muscle group. So, and then of course, sometimes body weight, like push-ups were. We are going to do some triceps right here. So hands underneath the shoulders. So with push-ups, we take it a little wider. With triceps, we take it a little bit more narrow. You can be on your knees, just like push-ups, or you can be on your toes. But what I want you to do is I want you to drop all the way down and just rest your abdominals on the floor and then push up. And you're gonna feel that in your triceps. I guarantee it. All the way down, rest, and push up. Nice and slow with this one. All the way down. Relax for just a second and push up. We have 3 more to do. Here we go, nice and slow. Relax and push up. 2 left. and down, and up. And here's your last one of the triceps. Drop down, and push up. All right, you're already feeling in those triceps with that. So go ahead and stand up. We're not done though. We're going to grab one heavier dumbbell because we're just using one, we can go a little heavy. So we're gonna put one hand on top of the other and we're gonna take it overhead. Elbows stay close to the ears. We're gonna drop it behind us and lift. Well, with this one, I always try to tell people, make sure you soften the knees a little bit. Okay, chin up. Sometimes we just wanna look down. And we got about 2 left. There's 1, and then there's 2. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down and we're gonna put the other hand on top. Same thing, we're up, we're down, and lift. Good, inhale, exhale, there's that breathing again. Good, and breathe. Let's do just 2 more. And here's your last one. All right, and down. One more tricep exercise. We want to finish it off. So this time we're going to go for lighter dumbbells. Okay, I'm going with 5s or 8s work, or 2s or 3s, of course. So we're going to have the palms face back. Okay, we're going to extend back and in, straight back and in. So I always tell people, brace your abdominals, brace your core, pull them in, eyes down. Try to avoid this. Sometimes people like to swing on these. Try to avoid that. Straight back and in. Good. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Now let's finish this. I know, one more thing. Straight back and down. This is really good for the back of the shoulders as well. Lift and lower. Let's go 3 more because you're really feeling your triceps. 2, and 1, and we're done with triceps. All right, so go ahead, put those weights down. Before we continue, let's do a tricep stretch. That's one that's really great to stretch after you work it. So just right above the elbow, push, and then how about the other side? All right, good job. Move on, we have lunges. All right, good, back to good old leg work. So, we are going to grab heavy dumbbells, and we are going to put one foot in front of the other. So the big thing with lunges is we want to remember is that some people want to put that back heel down. We want to really think about back heel lifted, long stride. So don't shorten your stride, keep your back heel lifted, and let's just go for regular lunges for 8. Again, chest up. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Now, right, let's take it down. Let's pulse for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Now we're just going to hold it down. You take it to your best place. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's switch up the legs. Other leg back. Nice wide stride, back heel lifted, shoulders back. All that good stuff. Let's go. 8. 7. Good. You pick the tempo. Sometimes people want to rush through lunges. Take it slow. Slower is better. 3, and 2, and 1. All right, let's take it down for those pulses. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. All right, here we go. Let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna come on up. We're gonna put one of our weights down. We're gonna take some different kinds of lunges, okay? So we're gonna start with a squat. We wanna think about our head, not really changing levels. Okay, so we're gonna take it here, and then we're gonna curtsy. So we're gonna take it back to that squat, and we're gonna alternate. So we take it low, and we curtsy. Good, take it low, and curtsy. Let's do about 4 more. There's 4, and curtsy, 3. There's so many different kinds of lunges to do. You can never get bored with lunges. All right, I think we got one more on this side. And curtsy. Good. All right, let's move on. We are going to move to back. So the back has a lot of different ways to work it. We're gonna start with our heavy dumbbells. And we're gonna start with some rows, okay? So I'm just gonna turn this way. What you wanna really think about is hinging at the hips. So trying to avoid a rounded spine. Legs are gonna be a little bit apart. Really think about drawing your navel in, hinging, shoulder blades together. Lots of cues on this one. This is called a high row. So weights are down. We're gonna pull up and release down slow. And down. Inhale and exhale. All right, there's that breathing thing again. So when it's hard, when we pull up is the hardest, so we want to exhale. Let's do 2 more. And there's your last one. We're gonna come up, we're gonna go to a deadlift. Shoulder blades back. We're gonna just slide down your legs and we're gonna slide up. I always tell our classes, this is one chance you get to really stick out your tailbone. You're also gonna feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings and your glutes, and lift. All right, continue. We have about 4 more. And there's 3. Good, again, nice and slow and strong. When you come back up, I always think, just pause for just a second, get in good alignment before you do the next repetition. Oh, let's do one more. All the way down and up. Okay, we're gonna go back to rows, but we're gonna change up our rows to low rows. So shoulder blades back. We're gonna pull in and release down. And down, good, exhale. Get that breathing thing going again. And it's just habit for me to say that because it's so important when you strength train to be conscious of your breath. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. And 2, release down slow. Last one, and up. All right, so this next back exercise, weights down. No weights. Coming down to our mat. I always like to work the spine, spinal balance as well when we think about working the back. Because in my mind, the back is not just about strength training. It's keeping it flexible and keeping it moving like it was meant, like it's meant to do. So first, the cat-cow is a great exercise. It's really something you can do daily to keep your spine healthy, flexible. And then we come back, we call this a neutral spine. Our abdominals are pulled in, our back has that slight curvature. And then spinal balance, we just reach one leg, opposite arm. Your eyes are down, hands under the shoulder. We're just gonna reach. Now we're gonna round through the spine. Inhale, and then we're gonna extend long, exhale. Inhale, extend long, exhale. Let's do 2 more. I think I do this exercise in almost every strength class I do. Exhale and reach, because it's just so good for our back. All right, let's do the other side. Reach. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Remember, eyes down. You don't have to look up or around. Just keep everything focused. Keep your neck in alignment with your spine, and let's round through the spine and exhale. And you know, when you do these, just be really mindful. Reach and pause. Think about what you're doing. Take your time. Be deliberate with your movement. Let's do 1 more, and let's hold. And relax, and of course a great stretch following that one always is our child's pose. A nice stretch, hips back. You can drop your forehead down. If this bothers your shoulders, you can bring it, but it's just a great stretch to conclude with our spinal balance. All right, and that is our back workout. We are ready to move on to biceps. All right, biceps, let's go heavy. All right, so I'm gonna go with my 10s to start with. We are going to just think about placement. I always tell classes 1 shoulder, 2 shoulders. It just changes up your movement. You're standing a little taller, knees can be a little soft. We're gonna come up with palms together, and then we're gonna rotate and palms face the front. Let's reverse it. Let's come up, rotate, and back down. Nice and slow. Up, rotate, release down. Good. Up and down. Continue. Lift, rotate, and down. Up. All right, let's do one more each direction. Lift and release. And here's your last one. Up, in, and down. All right, changing up that bicep curl a little bit. If you start feeling fatigue, sometimes biceps get fatigued a little faster than some of our other extra muscle groups. So single it out. That's a great way to take it if you start feeling fatigued. Corners, right here. So just alternating, right corner, and again, this is when we're not in a hurry, especially when we come down, when we release it back down, we want to think super slow. And down. Good, we're going to do 4 more. And here's 3. Here we got 2 left. And here's our last one. All right, we're going to finish those biceps off. We're just going to take it at a 90 degree, and we're just going to hold it. Sometimes, just to make my class not think about holding it, we'll just step side to side. Just hold it. Good. Isometric hold. Let's do about 4 more. And 3. You're feeling in the biceps now. Here's 2. And there's our last one. All right, good job. And down. A nice stretch for the bicep when you finish working those biceps is flex your wrists and just rotate, open it up. And you can add a little rotation here. A lot of people feel that in their biceps. Another good one is just take your fingers, press back, and then down. And then the other side, up and down. All right, and I always like to do a little swing afterwards because that just feels my whole body release. All right, we're getting near the end. We've hit almost every major muscle group. We're going to go to shoulders. Now with shoulders, I always recommend lighter weights. Lighter's better, 2s, 3s, 5s. Some of you can use 8s, but just be careful. The shoulder, first of all, we've done a lot of shoulder work with our other exercises, and typically those shoulders can be weaker, and we just don't want to injure them. All right, so we're going to start palms together. I like to rotate my palms to the front, and we're just going to come out shoulder height and down. Out shoulder height and down. Sometimes you see people really winging it up there. You really don't need to go any higher than the shoulder. It doesn't really do a lot of good, and this just keeps the shoulder a little safer. So let's do 4 more. And here's 3. Okay, we got 2 left. And now let's change it up. We need to hit the shoulder from every angle, so let's come to the front. And it feels better for my shoulders when my palms are facing in toward each other when I do these front raises. Some people like to have the palms down, which is good too. Everybody's shoulders are built a little different. Let's do 2 more. And here's our last one. All right, we can't forget our posterior deltoid, the back of the shoulder. Sometimes that's the weakest. So I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna hinge just like we did with the deadlift. So hinge right here. We're gonna lift, elbows can soften, and come in all the way up, pause, and release. So we wanna reach and release, lift. It's really important to work, like I said, the backs of the shoulders because they tend to be weaker and it causes a muscle imbalance. Let's do 1 more. All right, and 1 more shoulder exercise. We're gonna take it here. We're gonna rotate, overhead press. Good, we're just gonna rotate palms together. This one you definitely wanna use a lighter weight. Exhale and inhale. Let's do about 3 more. I'm feeling it. Here's 2. And our last one. All right, good job. Weights down. All right, shoulder press. 9 right here. stretch it out. All right, we got one muscle group left. Save the best for last. How about a little core training? All right, so let's take it down to our mat for this one. When I do core workouts here at Ames Parks and Recreation, I like to do some on my back and some turned over in a plank or a hover position. So it's nice, I feel like you get a good balance of flipping. We're gonna start on our back, okay? We're just going to put the hands behind the head and we're gonna bring one knee in and extend out. Inhale, exhale. Good, let's do 4 and 3 and 2. And here's 1. Let's flip to the other side. Ready? Here we go. Crunch and release. Crunch and release. Good. Let's do about 4 and 3 and 2. And here's your last one. All right, we're gonna draw those knees in. We're gonna come on up. We're gonna flip around. We're gonna come to that. So we're gonna come to hover. So we're on the forearms. Toes are tucked. All right, we're gonna hold. If you wanna make it a little harder, take one leg up, just hold it up. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. How about the other leg? Or you can stay right here. Lift, hold, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's make it a little bit more challenging. Tap it out to the side and back. Tap it out to the side and back. Just nice and easy. You want to think about your body being in a nice long line. We try to avoid letting those hips hike up or sag. We keep it strong. And hovers and planks are great things just to work up to. Start in small amounts and then just add it seconds every day. Let's do one more. And the other side. Knees down. All right, let's flip around. Onto our back. All right, with this next exercise, I'm actually gonna grab a weight. I'm gonna go with an 8-pound weight. Okay? And my head stays on the ground. I'm gonna tuck the hips up, I lift them up, weight to my shin, and then I'm going to drop the heels and take the arms overhead. So it's a nice crunch and tap. Good, crunch and tap. Let's go about 5. Here's 4 and 3. Really pull your navel to your spine, especially when you're extended right there. Stay strong. Here's your last one. All right, we're gonna bring the knees, we're gonna just roll up, and we're gonna finish our core training, still holding on to that weight with a Russian twist. So we're gonna lay back, or come back, but not all the way back. We're going to just rotate side to side. And you don't even have to use a weight for this one. Just a nice rotation. We try to keep that spine long. Let's do about 4 more, and 3, and 2, and there's 1, and all right, weights down. Let's conclude this great strength training workout with some nice easy stretches. So let's start first with your leg bent, other leg extended, and just reach toward that straight leg. Nice chance to stretch. We all know stretching is so important after we do any kind of workout. And it's great when your muscles are a little warmer, you can work on that flexibility. We're gonna reach. Now we're gonna come up, we're gonna place that hand to the side, and we're just gonna stretch and lift and down. All right, let's take it to the other side. Here we go. Up and over. Hold. And come up, hand to the side. And back down. All right, we're gonna take those legs straight out in front. Just a little shake, we're gonna lift up, and we're going to just reach forward. Hold. Nice long stretch to the spine. This is one of those exercises, again, we try not to round, try to think long. And come on up, cross one leg over, take your opposite arm, wrap and look behind you. And feel this in your spine. And then I always like to balance it by keeping the same leg but rotating the other direction. All right, other side, cross, wrap it, rotate. And other side. All right, let's go ahead and just come right here. We're going to lift up, walk your hands and feet together. Just a nice stretch here through the hamstrings. Shake your head, yeah, shake your head, no. Just a nice easy stretch. Soften the knees, roll up. Coming to a standing. All right, take your arms, inhale. There's that flat back again, exhale. And roll it up. And let's take one arm over. So remember, with strength training, we want to try and get 2 good strength training workouts in a week. And always have a day of rest in between your strength training workouts. Let those muscles recover. Recovery is important. Open up the chest. It's so important. And to keep those strength training workouts in and all the way up and down. All right, great job, everybody. I'm Nancy Shaw with Healthy Living, and remember, it's never too late to get fit.